Some people have been wanting to live and work in the United States, exploring its wonders and learning about what the US has to offer. Unfortunately, it remains a dream for some, but what if I told you it might come true for you? My name is Andre Major, immigration attorney and an immigrant myself. In today's episode, I'll be giving some useful information about obtaining a green card through a process called special immigration. In this video, we will talk about who is eligible to get a green card under special immigration, what are the things you should prepare, and how the special immigration process works, and not to mention, where do you need to file your petition. If you find this video helpful, please consider subscribing to the channel and check out our other videos. Also, feel free to comment below your thoughts or ideas about today's topic. Let's get to it. First, you may ask, what is special immigration? I'm so glad you asked. Special immigration, also known as the fourth preference in the employment-based immigration category. That means there's three preferences above it. This helps people such as religious workers, licensed physician practicing medicine in the US as of January 7th, 1978, members of the US Armed Forces, certain employees of the US government and their family members who are abroad, certain retired employees of G4 international organizations or NATO 6 employees. So basically, if you work with the Army, if you're or of the government or retired from international organizations, you know who you are. If you're not, then it doesn't apply to you. There's also special immigrant juveniles, which we have talked about at length in other videos. Under special immigration, there are thousands of green cards allocated each year. However, non-clergy religious workers may get no more than 5,000 of the total. Now let's discuss who is eligible to apply for special immigration. As part of employment-based immigration, an individual's occupation will be used as a determining factor to know whether you are eligible to apply under special immigration. The following persons are eligible for special immigration green cards: workers for recognized religious organizations, foreign medical graduates who have spent a significant amount of time in the US, foreign workers who are or were long-term employees of the US government in another country, retired officers or employees of a specific international organization who have resided in the US for a specified period of time, foreign nationals in the US who have been deemed dependent on juvenile courts, special immigrant juveniles, individuals who have served honorably for 12 years on active service in the United States military after October 15, 1978, employees of the Panama Canal Zone, Iraqi and Afghan translators or interpreters, Iraqi and Afghans who were employed by or on behalf of the US government, civilian personnel of NATO and their families, and people coming to work as broadcasters for the Broadcasting Board of Governors International Broadcasting Bureau or one of its grantees. Isn't that a mouthful? There are several ways to get a green card, each with its own set of benefits and drawbacks. But what can you expect if you apply for a green card through special immigration? Here's a glimpse of what to do and what to expect when pursuing this way to getting your green card. You have a good probability of obtaining a green card since the eligibility in this immigration category is narrowly defined and established. So if you qualify, chances are you get approved. Your spouse or children, we mean those who are under 21, can benefit from your green card. This means they can get their own green card as well as your dependents. You just need to provide proof of your family relationship with each other. So your spouse, your kids, birth certificate passports goes a long way in proving that familial relationship. Each case is slightly different. However, you cannot use the green card obtaining through special immigration for just work and travel purposes. It means you must intend to really settle or live in the US. If you just want to visit, then this is not the right process for you. If you want to live permanently in the United States, this is a good way to get it. Now that we know what to expect, let's explore how does the application process work. Under special immigration, you do not need someone within the US to file a petition on your behalf. This means that you are allowed to petition for yourself, but you must take note of the following steps. Step 1, file your petition Form I-360 to USCIS. The goal of submitting Form I-360 is to demonstrate your eligibility for one of the special immigrant categories. Most of the time, your petition is accompanied by supporting documents. I would say just about 100% of the time. You can get a copy of the form and supporting documents at the USCIS website, linked in the description box below. By the way, you should always check to make sure that you're using the latest form, because it does change frequently. Keep in mind, where you submit or send your petition depends on the type of special immigrant you are classified as. The respective addresses for each type of special immigrant can also be found on the USCIS website. Take a look at the instructions for the form you're filing. In this case, it's usually the I-360. So make sure you have the most updated form, updated instructions, so that you're sending things to the correct place. If you file an incorrect form, your application will likely be rejected. After you finish filing your petition, you must now wait for a confirmation letter stating that your paperwork is being processed. The letter will also include your immigration case file or receipt number and a fee receipt. It's called a receipt notice. I know, it's really complicated. Take notice that the form itself is called I-797, a notice of action. But you might get an I-797E, request for evidence. That's if USCIS wants further details on your petition. Basically, you didn't file enough documents, or there's something that you left out, or something you said in the application leads USCIS to ask for more information about it. For example, if you indicate that you were arrested for something, but you don't include a copy of the disposition for that arrest, you will get a request for evidence requesting that. Remember, it might take months before your petition is approved, but once it is, they're going to send you a notice of action. It's Form I-797, and it's typically what we call the approval notice. If you intend to apply for then your green card overseas, you're going to have to deal with a consulate, which means you're going to have to wait instructions from the National Visa Center. Here's another reminder for you. It's important to note that an approved petition does not grant you any right to immigrate to or live in the United States. It is just a prerequisite that you must have in order to proceed to the next step. Step 2, secure an available visa number. There is a chance that you will have to wait in line before you can apply for an immigrant visa or for a green card, because there are only a limited number of green cards available for this category each year. Your priority date may be used to keep track of where you are in the queue list. It is based on the date you filed your Form I-360. It would be noted on your receipt notice. Furthermore, if you want to apply for an immigrant visa at a U.S. consulate, you must consult the State Department's monthly visa bulletin. It contains the priority dates of those who are eligible to apply for and may get visas that month. We did prepare a video on how to read and how to use the visa bulletin. Take a look below for the link to that video. Step 3, submit applications for permanent residence or green card. Once your petition is accepted and you have a visa number, then you may apply for a permanent residence at the U.S. consulate or embassy if you're outside the United States, or at a USCIS office if you're inside the United States. Remember, the key element of this process is for you to prove that you are not inadmissible to the United States. Basically, that you're eligible for this status because you haven't done anything that disqualifies you. Step 4, request entry to the U.S. as an immigrant visa holder. You can now enter the U.S. by presenting your immigration visa. Congratulations! Your immigrant visa permits you to request entrance to the U.S. at a border crossing, airport, or other entry point. An immigrant visa will be given to you alongside a sealed visa packet containing documents that you'll need to show the border official when you get to the U.S. These sealed documents must only be opened at the border by a U.S. border officer. Remember that before you travel to the U.S., you must first review the details indicated in the visa, whether there's an error or not. If there's an error, then you must notify your consulate or embassy immediately so that the appropriate corrections can be made. Also, there are a few things you should keep in mind when entering the U.S. with your immigrant visa. such as an inspection will be conducted where a U.S. border officer will open the sealed visa documents. Take note that a border officer has expedited removal powers, which means that the officer has the power to turn you back and send you home if anything looks to be amiss with your packet or with your replies to the officer's questions. When the officer determines that everything is in order, he or she will stamp your passport indicating you are now legally a U.S. permanent resident and may begin work immediately. This stamp is also known as an I551 stamp or an ADIT stamp. And that concludes how to earn your green card through special immigration. I hope we answered some of your pressing questions or concerns about getting that green card. If you find this video informative, then like and share it with your friends who are thinking about using the special immigration route in getting a green card. For more immigration-related content, feel free to browse our YouTube channel to find other interesting and informative videos. And if you have any ideas for future videos you would like me to talk about or a particular topic, go ahead and let me know in the comment section below. As an immigration attorney, I've dedicated my years of law practice to helping people like you fulfill their dreams. You can call us today if you want to discuss your case, and we'd be happy to assist you and work with you to make your goal a reality. Until next time, stay healthy and be safe.